when I change screens and stuff is when it starts kind of getting cut out and stuff on the music, because I'm just playing it on my speakers. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to number 10 of the Wake and Bake News with your host, Shampoo VTA, Kelly Davis. Been having some technical difficulties this morning, but I think we're over them now. I still am smoking on the Blue Dream. This is what's left of that nug I had. It has to last me. It's Tuesday. I have some loaded in the Wake and Bake mug that I made. Cheers. All right. I'll try not to talk as much as I did yesterday, and let's get to the news. The first thing I wanted to talk about was if you come to Tumblr, where I am Shampoo VTA, and I have a Tumblr page, you can just put in like marijuana into the search, and you'll come up with all kinds of amazing photographs and GIFs and jokes and links and people's discussions and stuff about marijuana topics or pipes or bongs. The kids particularly love to post pictures of beautiful objects. I mean, and they're very talented. You can see by this photograph. That's just amazing. I'll pan down. You can see some of the... Oh, and this is a Racy's video, which for some reason we don't... It's not showing that. Oh, well. It's something to do with my page, not him. See, like here, this is another gentleman I follow. Hydroponic Wars. Oh, yes. Okay. First story I want to talk about is something that I found last night, which was just amazing and really super adorable. And it is this story, the Aquadettes, sage advice on aging and marijuana from the synchronized swimmers of California's leisure world. This is actually a 10-minute video that's amazing. I've turned down the audio. It's a little loud.
There's one I like very much called the place to separate out
really,
like this and then just sink
I think the audio is just going to have a lot of difficulty because of all the programs running, but this is a really amazing video about this lady who has struggles with MS. And her friends that do synchronized swimming at an old age home. And it's really a neat video. Okay. As you can see, it's just totally locking up on my computer. But that is really an amazing article. It's on aeon.co, okay, I believe. And it's called the Aquadettes. Aquadettes, Aeon Video, AEON Video. Sage advice on aging and marijuana from the synchronized swimmers of the leisure world. In California, I thought that was really cool. All right, next story is a local one from my town here in Ventura. And this is a street I actually used to live on with my son when he was very young, and he used to play in this neighborhood. So what they want to do is they want to put in a park in an open field, a lot that was across from where we used to live, and I'm really happy for these guys. They need that park. We could have used that park before, but at least I had a car to take my son someplace to play. Kids in that neighborhood necessarily couldn't. Group will meet to discuss Kellogg Park in Ventura. Ventura, California. The group helping shape the new outdoor space known as Kellogg Park will discuss its design, fundraising, and a planned appearance at the 4th of July Street Fair when it meets Wednesday. The group meets from 5 to 6 p.m. at Bell Arts Factory at 432 North Ventura Avenue, about 4 blocks from the new Ventura Park. Volunteers are needed to work 2-hour shifts during the downtown street fair. The planning session will be followed by a monthly meeting of West Side Community Council. The council starts at 6:30 p.m. Anyway, this is a really large space, and we've been watching them do this project for a while. We drive this way quite a bit, and we are like, oh my gosh, they're going to actually do something with that for a community. That is amazing. They really need that. So it's just exciting to us, and I wanted to share it. I thought that was neat. That was something I could have used when I was a young mom. NASA is testing a flying saucer. You don't know, I'm telling you. Why did I say that? Watch NASA test its flying saucer live Wednesday. NASA is offering the world the opportunity to watch the launch and test flight of its latest prototype vehicle on Wednesday, a flying saucer. The space agency is hoping to test its low-density supersonic deccelerator LDSD project, weather permitting, at 1:30 p.m. EDT, 10:30 a.m. PDT, 7:30 a.m. HST, when the craft will be carried aloft by a large weather balloon. The test was originally scheduled for today, but was postponed due to unfavorable ocean conditions, which would allow the mission's team to safely recover the LDSD after the flight. The LDSD is designed for supersonic edge of atmosphere braking tech, which NASA hopes to one day develop in missions to Mars. Who's like the missions? What is that? What is that noise? Oh my God, it's one of those ads! What do? I have to kill it. I have to kill the sound. I have to destroy it. Okay, silence all the sound. There we go. Now let's just stop looking at whatever stupidness it is. Oh, I hate that so much. Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. That is such a low-class way to advertise. That is so like... Your business must not be worth anything to be like that. That is so disgusting. The LDS is designed for supersonic edge. Okay, read that. The flying saucer is better built for Mars missions because, if it works, it will enable large payloads to be landed safely on the surface and allow access to more of the planet because it can land those payloads at higher altitude sites. Oh God, what is that? Why is it still making sound? I know I silenced it. Oh, it sounds like an evil monster or something. Gross. Is it still there? Is it gone? Oh, that was horrible. This page is possessed by some demon. Advertising. Anyway, so Wednesday you'll have the opportunity to watch them test this landing vehicle that will enable us to land large payloads, probably robots that can build safe housing and start, you don't know what you call it. They'll begin the process of setting up some kind of base that we could land at, go inside a dome, and have food there and supplies and stuff like that, and the robots will already be there working to set that up. And that's what this vehicle could do for us is carry those payloads. Oh my gosh, really, those advertisers have got to stop with the ads in the middle of articles. That is you're just killing. I mean, I think that this sort of language is dead anyway. Somehow, we're not going to do this with the little squiggly lines anymore. I don't know how. because I just don't see computers making sense of that. That's our language, right? But you are certainly driving nails into it by throwing up ads all over everything we read. You're killing our language. Seriously, we're just going to stop reading things, because if you look at something, oh dear God, an ad's going to pop up, you know? So distracting. House floor votes to protect states' marijuana laws pending in Congress. Washington, D.C. Members of the United States House of Representatives are anticipating to vote this week, perhaps as early as Wednesday, on a series of amendments to a Justice Department spending bill. These amendments seek to limit the federal government's intrusion in states that have regulated various aspects of medical production and access. Specifically, Representative Tom McClintock, Republican of California, and Jared Polis, Democrat of Colorado, are introducing an amendment intended to halt the federal prosecution or individuals involved in marijuana-related activities that are in compliance with the laws of their state. Last year, congressional members approved an amendment to the DOJ funding bill that restricted the department from interfering with activities specific to states' medical marijuana programs. That measure is also up for reauthorization. To learn more, click here. This year, McClintock and Polis amendment is broader in its scope, as it seeks to halt Justice Department interference among individuals and businesses engaged in state-compliant transactions, particular to both the medical and recreational use of cannabis. According to the 2015 nationwide Pew Research poll, 59% of Americans agree that the government should not interfere federally, enforce federal marijuana laws in states that allow its use. Majorities of both Democrats and Republicans endorse this position. 23 states now permit the medical use of cannabis, while 4 states now regulate the plant's production and sale to all adults. Spider-Man got his powers when he was bit by a radioactive spider. We know this. Thank you for making it so short, though. I know you have to recap in the story, but trust me, we're following along. We're following the bouncing ball. Tell Congress that federal officials should not stand in the way of these states' policies and to vote yes on the McClintock-Polis amendment. You can find your elected representatives by clicking here. Let's do that so we can see what that looks like. Where's mine? Find yours. Let's do that. Zip code 05, right? No. I don't know why it has to be so long. Let's try that one. I bumped my elbow. Not sure. Get local. All right. Wait. I'll figure it out later. That was interesting. Especially me not knowing how to freaking put it in that. I'm not thinking about that right now. Doing this. NASA developing unmanned aerial system traffic management. Remember what I was talking about yesterday? That everything is going to be interconnected. That there will be a real world, and then there will be a world that exists in virtual reality. And your objects that are electronic, cars and stuff like that, refrigerators, whatever, that uses power will be part of both of those worlds. So your refrigerator will exist like in numbers in the cloud, as a representation in numbers in the cloud. And the entire system can look at your refrigerator and see its effects on the overall, machine. the overall system, the electrical system. So it could tell exactly what your air conditioner is doing and stuff like that. The Internet of Things is supposed to be really amazing, and this is going to be kind of part of that. I don't want to get too talky, I want to shut up. Okay, for the last few years, NASA has been working to develop an air traffic management system that will give small UASs the ability to safely fly at altitudes less than 500 feet. The Unmanned Aerial System Traffic Management, or UTM, is a cloud-based system that will help manage traffic at low altitudes and avoid collisions of UASs being operated beyond visual line of sight. A few years ago, we started thinking we needed some way to coordinate UAS traffic so they could operate safely at low altitudes, said Dr. Pramel Cooper-Decker. I'm going to just take a shot at it. UTM principal investigator at the NASA Ames Research Center. It's just like with autonomous cars. Even though you're autonomous, you still need roads and traffic lights. I don't know about lights, but some sort of stopping mechanism. We need a way to organize the USA traffic, whether that's by crisscrossing or with a bike lane or HOV lane kind of construct. The system can make these things happen based on demand. UTM is a virtual system. The UTM also incorporates geofencing, so operators know which areas to avoid. UTM will help operators with better understanding of predicted wind and congestion, and will offer a terrain and man-made objects database to help them avoid collisions with buildings and other stationary objects. The system tells you all the constraints you need to avoid. And gives you an idea of where you can safely fly. That's the idea. It gives you a good repository of all the information you need to operate in the airspace. If there's a constraint due to weather, traffic, airport, or other operations, it will tell you, and you can choose a different path. It allows UAS operators and users of the airspace to be in charge of their own business trajectories. And provides services related to weather, geofencing, separation management, contingency management based on the needs of the operator and overall airspace demand. The UTM will come in 4 builds, based on 4 risk-based criteria. The first build will be used in unpopulated areas, while the 4th build will be reserved for more missions in urban environments. Build 2 will be best suited for operating in sparsely populated areas, and Build 3 will be the best operation in situations where there may be limited contact with manual aircraft, such as for package deliveries. Each building enables certain types of missions and provides certain services and supports the mission and services of the previous build. The team will test the first build during the demonstration set for August 24th through the 28th at the Armstrong Research Center. During the demonstration, NASA and 16 collaborators will meet to test the UTM's capabilities. The other builds will be tested at later dates, with the Build 4 demonstration scheduled for March 2019. Wow, we're planning already for March 2019. Wow. Texas A&M University Corpus Christi Lone Star Unmanned Aircraft Systems Center is one of the collaborators that will participate in the August demonstrations, said Jerry Hendricks, Chief Engineer for the Lone Star UAS Center. The team will fly the Air Robot 180 under the control of a UTM. The center is among the test sites working with NASA to test the UTM and has been part of the project since last summer. Now, it's a very long article. Anyway, wow, that is so flippin' interesting. I bet this is not the plane. I bet this is just some kind of stock footage, or this is like just the first prototype. I mean, I don't see how this could do any of the things they're talking about. I thought it would be more like a stabilized flying, like a plane, yeah, more like those quadcopters. Maybe I'm wrong. It just seems, it's super interesting. Gosh, we're already planning for 2019. Holy cats. That's, wow. Boy, that'll make you feel old. Okay. I can still remember when writing the year 2000, I had to get used to doing that. I kept doing 19. I was like, no. Two. Now we're in 2. Oh. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Wake and Bake News. And think about some of the stories we talked about. One of the last little things I wanted to leave you with is a quick tip that if you have not gone to Reddit and checked out our trees, you really need to do that. There's 2 things you can do here. I'll show you. You can go here to the front page of Reddit, which to normal adults looks terribly confusing. Here at the top you can see it says things like funny, pics off, blah, 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 gaming, video gifs, news, trees, blah, 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 blah. These change. It depends on what stories are trending that they push up. If there's no news stories, they push back. If there's a big news story or something, movies, they'll push up, I guess. I'm guessing. This is what I'm figuring out. If you search for marijuana in our trees, what you're going to get is all time. All the stories from all time. So you have to go here, go like the last 24 hours, right? And then you get news stories, like grown up. No, news stories. NBA calls for league to legalize medical marijuana, inflammatory bowel disease in marijuana. So you can, I get a lot of news stories off of here. So you can go here, and this is how you find the news stories. But here at the top, somewhere, where is it? Where's my dear? Oh, here. You see it says trees. And if it doesn't say trees, then you just do /r/trees. And it goes like directly to where it is. So here in trees, as you can see, it's all marijuana themed, and the theme for our trees is pineapple. So if you see a stoner with pineapples, he's a redneck, okay? Or you see the little alien man. And in our trees, they have all this really fun kind of little articles or stories or photographs by users a lot, like Tumblr. Look at this. What is this? Definitely my best smoke spot. Fuck, that's funny. Who thought of that? That is great, man. And then I could go in if I wanted to comment on that story. Let's see. I'm gonna push it up. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. See here, you push this, it becomes a little pineapple. It's a little pot leaf pineapple. And 390 comments, because that is, I don't even need to comment. That's so awesome. Okay, so the other thing you can do is see here where it says /r/trees in the search. You can do this. Paste. You can, in order to find our trees, just do the /r/trees, and it will take you here. Basically. Let's do it here since being a problem child. Yep. Go, 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 go. It doesn't want to do it. I think it doesn't need that thing at the end. Let's try again. Yeah, see? Our trees, home of the ants. So they're trees, they're tree ants, they are mighty tree ants. They watch the forest of trees, get it? It's really cool. The other thing you can look for is our stoner engineering. I don't know how to spell. I'm just going to shoot. I'll just shoot. It'll spell it for me. There it is. Thank you, future. Stoner Engineering, Reddit. And Stoner Engineering will show you all kinds of really cool things and things that I question the sanity of, that people are building to partake of marijuana. And you can ask questions about what's safe to use and stuff. See, there's somebody's built one of these percolator things and put little glass beads in it. I guess that makes a good diffuser. I saw somebody put watermelon, little chunks of watermelon in there. It looked delicious. I wouldn't drink it. Didn't have a glass, stones, or marbles, so they did that. Oh my god, I remember those things. Oh, it's funny. I've seen those things. Oh, that's funny. I put these little weird, it's like weeble wobble things. Okay, so if you want to have, blow an hour or two, go check out our trees and go check out Tumblr, because there's a lot of really fun photographs and jokes and gifs and stuff that you can look at, for stoners. That's fun. Okay, so thank you for joining me for this episode, and stay high, and goodbye. Oh,